Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. It's currently 8:11 a.m. here in the beautiful state of Wisconsin, in the United States of America. It's quite nice today, kind of sunny, warm for sure, but beautiful. Yesterday, did not do a live stream. Uh, well, reason being, actually, I need to go back on my other character. Reason being, is it rained? It rained. That's the reason. No. Had a busy day on Sunday, and I was just tired. So Monday with the weather, because it was dreary outside and quite cold inside, actually. It was just a day of me. I just wanted to relax. So I did. I just relaxed, and I didn't even have to cook. Hubby bought a pizza for us, so I had 2 pieces of taco pizza, and I was good. And then he bought me chocolate. So I was a happy camper. I don't drink soda very often, but when I do, I'm hooked on Dr. Pepper, and the reason I don't is because of all the sugar. And for some reason, like I used to be able to handle sugar. I used to bake a lot. And then after I went through my chemotherapy, like I don't know why, but like what I wanted kind of like diminished, but what really like the amount I could have, but I liked still at that point I still liked sugar. So I still was baking, just not as much. And then when I got COVID for the first time, my taste buds and everything came back, but I went the longest time without eating chocolate because I didn't like the taste of it. And then it gradually came back to where I started to like the taste of it. Now it's back to being my favorite treat. But now I can't handle a lot of sugar. So with me, it never overly sweet never used to be, excuse me, it never used to be a thing. But now it's just like I can't really, I can't really like handle the sugar. So. All right, so we've got some camps down here. We are down here anyway, so we're going to take a look. We're playing Fallout 76. Reason being is it's a new season. This is week 3 of the new season, and I am at level like 56, 55, so I'm almost at 56. I just need like one more of the 10,000 repeatable, which is right here, which I'm close to. And then I'll be able to get to rank 56, which is the next page of the board. So that's why I'm on Fallout. Plus, we have the new fishing, and we've got those fishing quests, the challenges that we could do. So what you do is you go to this menu here, and just go down to the fishing at the very bottom, and we have these here. A lot of people have already done everything except for the last 2. I'm nowhere near. I'm not going to rush this. I am enjoying this. I don't like to rush through because I don't... Oh. And I just got booted from the server. Returning to main menu. That happened yesterday, too. I'll turn off my... I was doing some work, school work, and then I saw what time it was. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm supposed to do a live stream at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, so I put my schoolwork aside. I'm close to finishing another course, so I'm not too hurried. It's not due till tomorrow, and it's not. It says that like the completion is for like in July, so I'm kind of ahead schedule, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want to get it done quickly. So, in this section is something I've already kind of gone through because I kind of like skipped ahead at first. So I've already kind of learned about the stuff that I'm learning about now. Or for this module, so it's going to be pretty quickly and pretty easy, so I'm not too worried about it. Unfortunately, I could not stay on that server. I am assuming that usually when things like that happen, That means that someone is doing, not all the time, mind you, but in my experience, when that happens, it usually means that somebody is doing something that they shouldn't on that server. Most of the time, people go into private servers, but they also do it. There are exploits that can happen in public servers as well. I know that there is one currently going on right now. Bethesda probably will catch on to that one as well. We just went through one where perk cards were disabled. The perk punch machine was disabled for a short time, but they re-enabled that, but disabled several perk cards. The perk cards have been, as far as I'm aware, put back online. Super Duper is working really well, to say the least. I was doing some fish bits to give to Linda Lou, which is a little crab boat at the Fisherman's Rest, and it ended up giving me a lot. I didn't have that many fish. I could see maybe having like 300 with the Super Duper, but it actually gave me like over 600. It was near 700 fish bits. So, yeah. Alright, so let's see where this put us, because I don't... Oh, alright, so we have my camp is back online. We have some blood eagles fighting something. And then up here we got super mutants. So in between two enemy factions, we're just gonna run down here and go to my camp. We'll sneak because they'll lose us. It's a little bunny. Another little bunny. Alright, so this camp here is a new one. This camp I just started working on. I bought it yesterday. I was like, I have Adams, and I wanted to get the Slocum's Joke. They have a bundle in, and it's got the Do Not Touch, which is like Donut Touch. It's a donut display, but you can only get it with the bundle. That's the only thing I want in that bundle. I'm gonna stay right here until the rest of these like spawn, so they don't go to my home, which they probably already will be. So alright, so this is the new camp. Since I didn't want to buy the bundle for just that one item, I decided to just say heck with it. I'm gonna go get another camp spot. I really wanted one down here in the I forgot what it's called, this area. Skyline Valley. So I really wanted one in Skyline Valley, but I didn't want to move any of my other camps. So I just was like, heck with it, it's on sale, so I bought it, and just did another camp down here. It's still a work in progress. It's not completely done yet. I do have the snow for fishing on, so that will be like that for now. So bear with me. It's gonna look different once I don't need the fishing part of it. I'll change it, but for now I'm gonna leave it for this. I've been contemplating getting the thunderstorm one, but it's like, I think 1,200 atoms just for the module itself. So I'm not too keen on really paying the price. So this is the camp for fishing. I made a little fishing shack. It's not looking like much yet, but I still have a lot of build budget. I went with this wallpaper here. I wanted it to look kind of manly, and I don't know why, like, even with it, you have Southern women. Southern women still have that Southern charm, but they also have this part of it. It's hard to describe, but it's like that underlying masculinity, but they're very feminine. So with masculine undertones, but like I was like thinking that this is like a fish sack that this person kind of like inherited. So I divided it because I want stuff that's girly. I mean, this is my character. I want something that's gonna match me. So I was like, okay, I left the bottom because this is gonna really adhere to people who are outdoorsy. and it's going to be rugged because it's going to take in that natural aspect of the ruggedness. So I went with this type of design, fish on the wall, just exactly like where when I would go to like a fishing shack with my dad, it would be like really rustic inside, but then you have some of the people they looked at a place. It doesn't matter. You can still be a cutesy, but still be very rugged. Of course, you're not gonna have your nails done because who's gonna go spend $200-300 on nails just to get them chipped and broken. Of course, you might have like a manicure, pedicure, but long nails, no. When it comes to fishing, short nails, yeah, I guess you could do like the smaller cut nails, but ideally short nails, so that way you're handling fish and you're not going to hurt yourself. But no, I've seen plenty of women and they just look absolutely beautiful, and they're out there, wrangling, these 20-30 pound fish. So I don't go with the whole it has to be tomboy type. I was a tomboy, and I still like to look cute. So let's look upstairs. It's not done yet, but this will be upstairs. I'm going with the green because it's matching, but it's definitely going to be a little bit where it's going to be very feminine. So I'll do another. I'll keep like looking and building up here. It's not a big point because I wanted to get the fishing. So I just kind of quickly designed this. It's going to be tweaked and redone here and there. I'm going to move stuff around. But so far it's looking good. And then this is where you would come out. And this is the fishing and crafting area. So you'd come out here and fish and work on your stuff. We'll wave at this person here. Yeah, and so we really don't have to worry about many of the enemies. It's more of just gonna be, alright, what's fine. I make sure I don't have anything excessive. It's more of gonna be those mole rats. There is a bear that spawns over there, but we should be okay. Alright, so we're gonna get first our team going because I need a team. We'll do casual. And then we're going to get the health down. So we're going to go to some toxic goo. And what I'm doing is getting my special, so my luck and everything goes up. This is a different build. I did switch out so I can have a higher luck, higher intelligence, more XP if you're doing an XP run. I was wanting to get up there for my the season pass, as I was done with my dailies and I needed a couple of ranks to get closer to the next page. So I just went into Westsec and did that. So let's go ahead and go to Beachside Jamboree. We got some people there, and then we'll come back and fish. This should give me the XP I need, or more so, for my next level, which would be great. I did not have time to make me some more coffee because I didn't want to delay the live stream. I only have until 9:15, and then it'll give me 15 minutes before I get to talk to my hubby on his first break. And I always make room for him having my undivided attention, because I miss him when he is at work. Oh, and I need to do something real quick too, because I do have my phone on volume. I don't want that to disturb my live stream. So, I think weather-wise there's going to be pretty warm. It's supposed to be 84 today. Tomorrow is going to be another dreary day with rain and thunderstorms. Alrighty. I can reach this here. This is a really good event for XP. If you get here soon enough, you typically can get the lunch boxes. Alright, there's the rank up I needed. Can't even get a shot with the... Well, I don't know where that was going, but... I said... They just like melt. We gotta get that, well, this is only 1 of 4, so for the acidic or gulper venom. One thing with wearing this headset is it pushes on my glasses. That was funny. Well, hopefully everybody's had a great weekend, because I have had, the weekend was really great. Hope everyone, if you're a dad, has had a great Father's Day. Lost his head. It was really beautiful here. It was, I think yesterday was the dreary day, and then tomorrow we're gonna have another dreary day. So, he's the son. Hop, hop. Oh, that's funny. Can't reach so far. Oh well. I might have to switch my my gun, my weapon. Well, that won't reach either. So let's go to my handmade. A friend of mine made me name it that name, Big Bear Daddy. I haven't changed it. I just like puts it at the very top, so I leave it. Just use some hip fire to get the shots. That's all that I'm wanting. Usually I stand up there. Usually what I'll do is go up here. This is the highest point. Just jump up here. Should crouch down. And you can see everything. You can get a shot on every still. It's quite nice. Wow. And this is the reason why I come here. Oh, he was just like, that's a legendary. We'll do that. I remember I got roasted. So hubby was working, playing on GTA, and he went upstairs, um, for something, and I like to kind of like if he gives me the controller, because he's gonna be away longer than 10 minutes, I will take him because he's usually in his like house or something. So I will take his character and I will change his outfit. And I'd put like yesterday I put on or not it was yesterday, it was the day before. So the weekend, one of the days, I don't know if it was Sunday or Saturday, can't remember. I took over. He was with a couple of his friends, and I took his character and changed him into a suit. So I do this, and then I was hopping on. I was just like gonna say, well, hello, beautiful people. And his friends are a particular kind of person. They really do like to bust each other's chops. And I'm okay with a good roast, so that's fine. So I went on there and I was just that there's one person that is a friend of a friend, and hubby is able to kind of exist with him, but hubby is not a fan of him because this guy is very he comes off as very disrespectful. He says things that like he has no I guess I would just say respect, because he will say things that shouldn't be said. If you feel like that towards someone and that is not like who they are and it's just your perception of them, because of your own insecurities, your own I guess I wouldn't say understanding, but the lack of understanding. So they will project, and that is a part that I don't like. I don't like when people project and put others down. And in this manner, he does that, and he puts it under the pretense that he's joking. But with me, I have the ability to read those undertones. A lot of people do, but the friend of my hubby does not understand this. Who is just like hard pressed on, oh yeah, he's just joking. He's just like that kind of a person. And he's just, I will I guess say a-hole, and it's okay, because that's just his personality. But it's not. It's a projection. I've been around that's just a personality type, but it's always, you could tell that they don't project themselves. They don't tell other people, oh, that is that person, just based on their limited understanding, and also the dislike because that person has something that you don't, or that person has, that's the whole issue. So he's got, I would say, a lot of issues with women, just based on how he talks to his wife in the background. And they have a female that does play with them, and he is constantly like being very disrespectful to her, and it's not in the manner where you can tell, oh, he's, it's playful banter. She doesn't engage. She's very quiet and doesn't like, usually they'd engage. I guess is what I'm saying. Usually if you have someone in playful banter, they'll banter back and forth. But she does not. She stays quiet and tries to not acknowledge him, because it is very hurtful what he says to her, and also to her son, who is usually heard in the background, and he attacks the little boy. So it is not under that. He says it's under that it's supposed to be under that pretense of, oh, it's just a joke, but it's clearly not with the undertones. You can definitely read the room very well, if you have that capability, and you're not blinded by people who just like, oh no, I'm just joking type of thing. make excuses for themselves be to be hurtful and mean to people. So anyway, I wanted to explain that for context coming up with the rest of the story. So I hop on and I answer them because they're talking about politics and then something that happened, and I let them know kind of what the truth. I was like, hey, this was actually the person who did that, and just an FYI. And then who was like, who's this boo? And he called me the boo word, and the other person's like, oh, that's so-and-so's wife, and he was very disrespectful to me. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take the culprit innards too. And then he was like, I got on there and I was talking and I was like, just wanted to hop on and say hi to you guys. And I told him where he was, where my hubby was, and I told him he'd be back. And it was just very, like he got on there and was like disrespectful. And I expected as much, and I went in there expecting it. And then he said my voice is annoying. And I was just like, okay, I guess you could think that if you want to. I'm not here to appease people. If they think my voice is annoying, then they can just go. They don't have to listen to my voice. I'm not forcing anyone to. You can mute me for the time being until my husband gets back. But I was talking to them, and it just kept coming at me. So I was just like annoying him in a sense because I was just like, you can think what you want, and he's like, oh, you don't understand. I'm like, I understand perfectly clear. You can just think what you want. You're not gonna get a reaction out of me. And then when he would tell me to do something, I would say you first, and it was just like I wouldn't like give the reaction that he was anticipating, because I don't feel the need to. Like, I don't have to prove myself, justify, or anything with how I am, especially my voice. My voice is mine, and I clearly don't care who likes, dislikes. And then he'd call me names, and I would just like, if that's what you think. And then he tried to talk about hubby, and I was like, again, you can think what you want. I'm not going to get in on it. I know the truth, and if you want to say think what you think, I'm who am I to say you're wrong? That's your perception. That's your ideas. Those are your thoughts. They're clearly not true. They're not my thoughts. And that is not who I am. That is not who my husband is. And what you're saying about him is untrue. And it was sexual-wise, by the way. That's why I'm not really getting into that type of thing. So it was just like he was bringing in that, and I know the reason why. So it was just an interesting thing. And then I just was quiet because then it just started ignoring me. So I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do. But that was interesting. To be called that my voice is annoying. It's just like, alrighty. And I wonder if that's true. If it is, it's something that I'm born with. So if people want to go after my voice, they're more than welcome to. It's nothing I can change. That's just like saying, oh, I don't like your height or your nose, or I don't like your lips or how your face looks, or a part of your, like, it's something that you're born with, and nothing. It's like your skin color, for example, as well. That has nothing to do with who you are as a person. You are who you are, based on we should do it based on character and everything, and not just based on what a person sounds like or what a person looks like, because that's just completely unfair. It's nothing that we can really help with. We're just made that way. That's how God created us, and you shouldn't judge us based on that. You should judge us based on how we conduct ourselves. So a part that apparently that person doesn't know, and I really feel sorry for the other two people, because unbeknownst to them, they are feeding the fire and giving him fuel. Oh, there we go. Got here just in time. I wonder if I got here in time for the, probably not, but you can fish here, I think. If you stand, like, right onto this pipe, you can fish. Like, right. You cannot step in the water. Yeah, right. Oh. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe you cannot fish anymore. Oh, yeah, right there. Fish right there. I'm assuming I won't get any of the bots because, yeah, I got here just a little too late for that. So that's okay. Is go back to the camp because I really don't want to do feed the people. So we'll go back to the camp and we'll do some fishing. So what I'm gonna do is actually change my characters. Darn, it might stop the thing. So I guess I won't do that. I'll do that after. Because yeah, she's right here. The sheep's watch. Alright, I'm just checking my stuff. I put myself into a party because I don't want other people to hear me. I don't want to impose myself on other people. You know, I'm not gonna force them to hear my ramblings, you know. Just want it to be respectable and fair. Oh, I got a friend request. That's what that was. I am a little sleepy right now because of how early I've been up. And then I've got this, like, the relaxing music on too, so that doesn't help. It's no copyright lo-fi. And a lofu, however you pronounce it. It's very relaxing. I tend to listen to the nighttime types. So alright, I'm gonna show you this. This is the reason why I put this bucket here. So go ahead and cast out. This right here is the reason the chum bucket thing, what's on the side, is a reward that you get for doing the fishing daily. I think it's called, like, Big Fish Little Pond. It's the name of the daily. You have to do the main quest, the side quest first, and then it'll give you that as a daily. I hit the button. I was anticipating that to be the strike. But that's how you get that, and you'll see when I catch the fish where it goes. This is probably a sawgill. Yeah, I figured it was a sawgill. I was catching these non-stop yesterday. I need see, it looks like you're putting it in the container. I'm trying to catch the axolotl and then another fish that I need for here. And then once I catch I think it's like a sawfin or something like that. That's what I need to complete this, and it's been eluding me, and I don't like it. Alrighty. Hopefully this is a fish that I need. Not another sawgill. It's another sawgill. Put that in the tub. I love that animation when you have that there. Like, it's more for the chum. Like, bucket is higher than the baskets are. I was thinking about putting a basket there for the fish, because you can actually see the fish. But it's just not, like, high enough to wear, but I might change it out for the fish baskets. So we'll see. We'll try to do the thing right now. This might be another sawgill. No, it's a bullhead. The bullheads actually look really like realistic, exactly like the catfish. And then you have the mutated fish that you catch, which you can see the mutated catfish. It's interesting. Like, one of them looks like a Wells catfish and another fish combined. I forgot what it was, but it just looked very interesting. This you have to, like, almost anticipate, like, where the fish is gonna go, especially when you're using, like, the superb bait and the improved bait. These are non-common but not rare fish, and the one I need is a rare fish. It's like a bluefin or something like that. And I can't do my fishing quest because it is not been long enough. Another. Oh my goodness gracious for the sawgills. It looks like I'm going to level up the rest of the way with fishing. This is the funniest thing ever. Oh my. Another common but uncommon. It's the common uncommon one. Smoky salmon? Oh no, that one was another sawgill. Let's go to improve bait and see if we can catch anything. I've only got 36 left, so I tend to stay around the 30. I don't get very low. I try not to, like, get lower than 20. So we will see if this works here, if we can catch a rare one, and hopefully I don't, like, lose it. Yeah, this is a common one. That was a waste. Oh my goodness gracious, that's not even a rare one. That's a very common one. That's the sunscreen. And I had 74 of those, I think it was, at one point. Oh boy. No, not 74. I think that one was like 60. That was the most I've had. That was the most fish, was the sunscreen. And then the red belly was another one that was up there. And then the brook silver sides also. Those three are absolutely the worst when it comes to these, because you got so many. And then a friend of mine was just like, I need to catch these, and he's almost completely, like, he's really getting there as far as being done, and he's catching the rare fish that I need. I'm like, you have the problem I want. But some people have really good RNG. And my RNG is, it has a lot to be. I have to watch the caps. I don't think I've got really much of anything else that's expensive. Someone came through yesterday and bought some, and I disabled it, and then I wanted to build. So that's that. Oh, here's a good one. Let's see if we can anticipate this fish. Ah, and I lost it because I was not anticipating it. Darn. Alright, so we're pretty good on 32. I'll do fish baskets here. I think I can put those ones there. Oh, they left. We'll find them. And you can see I've got like a really large amount of... Oh, I went through floor to floor. It's right here. We'll get rid of things I can't build, and then we'll get to the... fish baskets here. They're towards the bottom. I should probably do that frog habitat somewhere. And now they're here somewhere. Oh my. That makes no sense. There we go, fish baskets. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see which one. Yeah, they're both the same height. That there. Put that there. I could probably like stack them. Oh, actually, I think I know what I can do. I can put something like down, no, like there. I can put something down, that they can like stay on. Let's do stash boxes. Something thin. I think that would be too high. A suitcase, maybe. Yeah, I think a suitcase would be great. I don't really have anything else. Oh, I can use a black suitcase. Put that in here. I don't think I have anything else that's really suffice. Oh, that's the red. I guess I'm colorblind. That's the black. It's the dark red. I don't think I have anything else that's like thin enough that, and that's way too thin. To really set that on. Unfortunately. Let's take a look and see how it looks. I don't really like the suitcase, that's the thing. Let's go to floor to board and see if we have anything that we can put that, put down. Oh, I can do these. I can just do one. And I think that would be perfect. Yeah, let's see how this looks. Cast. I like it. It's just I don't like the knob sticking out. So maybe we'll try for something else. Or turn it backwards so when they're fishing like this, they can't see it. But first, let's double check and see how it looks. We might have to move it closer to the edge, which we can just grab the music box and do that. So first things first. Let's see how this looks. Just a normal red belly. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that does. It could be a little higher, but as far as the animation goes, I think it does look pretty good. We shall do this, and then move just a little closer to the edge, and then this. Right here. There we go. Now to do this side. Let's see if there's anything else that we could use. Definitely not the coffin. Um, I don't think there's anything else really, because you can't really use these. Um, I don't think you can, because the branches will stick out. And that would just look weird. Same thing is, they did have one that's empty, but I don't have the plan for that. Or at least I remember, like, oh, right there, an empty pot. Let's see if this could. I don't think it will be able to. Yeah, needs support. Oh, wait. And it's floating there, so it doesn't really look very good, honestly. So if they had one with dirt in it, it would be a different story, but it doesn't. And that also would not work because if they had just like a tree stump, that would be great. And I don't have the tree stump stash box. At least I don't think I do. I've looked everywhere. I don't think I've grabbed it. So, that's higher maybe. It's got barbed wire on it, and I don't really care too much for that look. Yeah. I mean, we could check and see, but I think that it's gonna be an issue as far as yeah, and I don't have a smaller one. Like, there used to be a tiny one, I thought. So that does not look good. I think that will go through. So that's a no. Let's try rocks. You can try rocks. That would actually look pretty good. Put the rock here. In the center, actually. And then we'll do this and see if that works. Oh, I like that look better. Definitely like that better. Because it's on the rock. That's better than these. So, perfect. Let's do that. And let's check if they have any other rock that we could... That works right there. That looks good. And we can put it like right here. On it. And that's more believable because we're literally by the cliff. There's boulders. So, we can just like... it'll be that whole thing like, hey, it's, they pull them off and are using them to hold up their baskets. So that looks good. I think that's gonna look perfectly fine. Got a little bit of time, 15 minutes, and the next mutated event's gonna be up in like 30 seconds. It's almost 9 o'clock, so let's go ahead and fish, and by the time that we catch this fish, the mutated event should be popping up. There we go. This should be, oh. And it's Moonshine Jamboree. Let's see, it's Moonshine Jamboree, and it is slows target. Oh, see? Perfect. Was not happy about losing a fish, but at least it wasn't a rare one. I'll make some water. At best, it was just another static sawgill, which I've got a million of. They're at this location. They're as common as the sungills. Although I catch the sungills, majority at the Savage Divide, and I think that's the primarily area. I would catch them, and then the mire would be a second runner-up for the amount I catch. Especially at the location where the fishing guy that you talk to, the captain. Yeah. Alright, we are here in Moonshine Jamboree. We will take care of these ghouls if they're here. I think that they're, since we had just done... Oh, yeah, no, they're still here. I might get booted, though, because, Oof. We'll go back to my spot because there we go. Up on this speaker. There we go. And we'll have our spot. And then we'll do this. We should be back down. Like we should be done by 9:15. And then I'll have to get off here, talk to hubby, and then get started back on schoolwork. Get that knocked out today. Can't. I've got 4 more courses after this, and then I'm good to go. So.
Well, I think we're ready to get this jamboree going. Light the fire.
I don't understand.
And try not to shoot each other.
Oh wow.
Don't forget to fill the tub with that sizable salamander venom.
And these are for mutated party packs. I don't know if I've got any. Yeah, so these here. And they give you, you have 2 different ones. You have the mutated pack and you have the mutated party pack. And the difference is that the mutated pack will give you some stuff, maybe a plan, and then it doesn't give you a weapon 100% of the time. But the mutated party packs, you get a bunch of stuff. You can get 1 to 2 legendaries. You can get 1 to 2 plans. You can get some random aid and the ammunition for said weapons if you get weapons. Of course, it can be any legendary. It could be a legendary weapon. It can be a legendary armor piece. You never know. It's always a 3-star. I'm not sure if the mutated packs, the normal ones, I've only ever gotten a couple of those. And that's usually when I was like soloing an event, because you have to have 3 plus Fallout First members, or if there was like 2-3 of us there, and only 1 to 2 of us are gonna be end up being Fallout First members. So I've only gotten a couple of those, and typically I don't need to solo events. I kind of like to play in areas where it's going to be more. That way I don't have to burn through all of my resources all the time. And also I like to get the good events, I like to get the thing. And also people tend to, if I join an event, even if there's 0 people, they'll hop to it as well. So if you're in in a server and you see an event come up, try at least going there and double checking. Some people do show up to it as long as they see someone else is there and they have that, like, oh yeah, I can do it with 2 people. And then of course I might attract other people that see it and they're like, oh, they couldn't do it themselves, so they weren't going to go, and they're like, oh no, there's 2 other people there, we can definitely do it with 3 of us. That type of thinking. So don't be discouraged. Just show up, and then you might attract other people, or at least enough people to finish the event. I never typically end up soloing any events, so especially the mutated ones, because people tend to go to them. But normal events, I typically don't need to solo, because I at least get one other person their attention, and they come in and do that. So, all right, this is what we get from the mutated party packs. You get some junk. You get whatever weapon you would get, the ammo for that, and then that's the gist of it. I didn't get any aid or anything really from that party pack. It is completely random. And others I get, oh yeah, you do get aid. Actually, it doesn't show up on here for me, but we'll go to our aid and I'll show you how many sim packs we got from opening the ones I've gotten. So this is since this started, and I've sold some, mind you. So we'll go ahead and open up this Marked Party Pack, and we'll see. I've got a Hellstorm missile launcher, gunpowder, scrap, and that's it from that one. So let's go to, I didn't get any armor. I did get weapons. I got some grenades, random grenades, harpoon, missile launcher, the boomstick. So I got a couple of extra weapons. And then let's take a look at the... Alright, so I've got 235, so that gives you quite a few. Look at the supers. I've only ever picked up the supers from the mutated party packs. 64, so it's crazy. And then same with the Radaway and Radex and stuff. So that is my stats for this build. Let's go to the thing here and help these people. Stop looking at the thing. I just want to get a hit on the enemies, because if I have a hit on them, and it allows other people to get hits on them as well. So I think that is a it looks like a an angler. Yeah, it's 9:07 and we're on wave 3, so we'll definitely be done by 9:15. Let's see if it... No, that could also be a that could be a survival tent with the burning fire, like the campfire. So defending the thing against the monsters. There's an angler. Yeah, it would definitely not be sitting still, so it's definitely a campfire. I thought, yeah, there's a legendary there. Oh, yawning. I think it's time to take a nap before school, before I have to finish. I might have to, so I can function. I'm just doing 30 per these. I'm not even hitting like the animal. I think most of my damage comes from the radiation, because when I see the gray meter is the damage that I've dealt to the animal. See, and it's just like 2 shots, and it's like it takes chunks because of the radiation. Now they're already mutated, so they don't take as much damage as like a human does, but they still take significant amount, along with the damage of my and if I do VATS and get hits, it's even worse. I have overly generous on, and sometimes what that'll do is it will cause so much damage, and a friend also does the same thing, so much damage that the game can't compute, and you'll see the damage, the bar, and if it's not a legendary, it shouldn't do this. The bar will go to 0, and then it will like refill back up. Sometimes it goes all the way, sometimes it only goes part way, but it is so funny to have the game unable to compute the amount of damage is done when he is going after enemies on this game. I try not to be too powerful, because I like the challenge. I like being able to not take things down with one shot, because if that were the case, it just would not be fun for me. Like, I want to play the game and have a little bit of a challenge, you know. I don't want it to be completely easy, because it gets boring. It gets boring, especially if you have like everything that you need. then life just it does get boring. So I like life here, like in the game. So um, and it makes the like it doesn't it makes the storyline so um like a chore, you know, and that's like not what you want in a game. You want to be able to keep it um you know, at least somewhat exciting, somewhat challenging. Otherwise you're not gonna have long term like the that long term excitement and desire and love for the game. And I'll just kind of be like, eh. And I don't ever want the game to go, eh. Um, and when it does, it's I take a break. You know, I'll take a break. Just like I did without the live streams, I kind of took a break from gaming for a little bit. It's good to just like do something else to throw a little excitement back in there. You know, maybe learn something else or just focus on yourself. You know, during that absence, we signed up for a gym membership, and we've been taking on a different type of diet to where like I'm getting back into how I used to cook things from scratch, and I'm getting my husband used to eating more from scratch because he was more of he was raised more on like processed foods. I was not raised on that. I was raised we still have processed food, but my mom did learn to cook from scratch from her dad. My grandpa was he's like a baker who really had a knack for it. It was just something he did, and he would make candy and cookies and just bake it. It was just yummy. And he was a good cook as well. So he did teach my mom how to cook, and then my mom taught me how to cook. And then also from there, once you learn the basics, and you start getting like hungry to make more things, you know, you start to develop your palate, and your taste buds start to mature, and then you're like, oh, I want to try other things because this tasted good, and then it just leads you into different avenues. So you continuously grow, and then you'll start to notice that when you make homemade, fresh, from scratch things like pasta, your homemade sauces, soups, and then also growing your own vegetables and being able to put them together and serve them through salads and stir fries, etc. Fresh, it's like fresh vegetables. Not to mention also with eggs and stuff. So it's it like it drives you because it becomes not only just like food, but you got all the aspects. You maybe want to raise your own like meat for processing, or that you go to someone who does that, and you purchase like from a farmer, because you know that they're taking care of the animals, and it's not this big corporation who's just in it for profit, and is willing to kind of make profit at any cost, pretty much. All right, 9:15. But I forgot what I was talking about there for a second. I got a whole thing. Those of you who understand, you get like as I talk through things that sometimes it could just like a download could just start in at the most inconvenient time, and you take on information, and it just like feeds into you. So it's just like in the background, I'm just seeing this flood of information coming in, and it's hard to kind of stay on track with what I was thinking with that thought, because this thought's like, ugh, you know. So the people who understand, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's 9:15, and I've got to, I think, finish collecting everything. Got lots of things to collect. Anyway, it's I forgot again what my train of thought was. I do have, I believe, a form of ADHD, or at least that's what the indicators show. I honestly think that my brain just works differently than most people who are like of this world. I think differently than a lot of people, and there's a lot of people who are like me who think differently. So, and we're often revered as I will take the innards because I can sell those. But we're often revered as weird, strange, crazy. The list is on. I'm gonna make sure Super Duper is on. Yeah, okay. And I'll show you what I mean with the amount. So let's go to our Gulper innards at the very top here. And, oh, it's food and drink. So I'll go down here. I have a venom. Sorry, the venom can go. I'll just drop that. Don't need it. Let's see. Gold burners. So we have 118. Let's see what Super Duper does with 118. So we will do food. And let's do the cooked soft shell meat, death glass steak. So fried frog crawler. Going. Those all just like really light meat chops. So 19 originally. It takes 2 steaks per. So just giving it some time. So we should get quite a few. Same with this, 6. Razor grain. I want that for. I need to make. So this we should have 4. Mirelurk meat got 5. It only takes 1. I'm not going to do fish bits because I did that yesterday. And the soup I'm not going to. There's the Gulper Slurry. Alright, so Gulper Slurry, it's 1 per, so we have 118 of those. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else. No, those are fish bits. Don't want to do that. Let's see how much we have. See. Alright, so we only have 1 of those. Cooked soft shell meat, only give us 1 of those, so that's not too big of an issue. Let's see, glowing meat steaks, I got 3 of those. Gulper Slurry had 118, so it gave us 48 more. So it literally almost gave us, it was at 118. So, about 50% more. That's not too shabby. We're sitting at 4, so it's not, and then the Mirelurk I had 5. It didn't trigger with that at all. But with something that's like a lot of, we can get rid of some of these. I only keep this on hand as just a backup. So, static salvo. So since yesterday, I only kept 2 of these. So I wasn't on for very long. So out of the 10, I caught 2 this, I believe 2 today, and then the rest of them, so I caught 8 yesterday. That's crazy. And I wasn't on for very long. I played for maybe an hour just to do my dailies, and that was it. And then my fishing quest. So I wasn't on very long, because it doesn't take long for your dailies to get done. You can do that in under half hour. And then I did my fishing, and then I continued to fish because I was talking to a friend. So I just kind of dragged it on a little bit and fished in between trying to get the fishing challenges. But yeah, so I caught, in that hour, I caught 8 static sawgills. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because before that, I cooked all of them for fish bits, and I only kept 2. I kept 1 or 2 of each fish. The static sawgills I liked the color of, so I kept 2 of those for decoration purposes. Depending on what camp I'm going to, sometimes I want to put 2 on the wall, or depending on different locations. So I kept 2. I cooked the rest of them, and then now I have 12 again. And 10 of those are between yesterday and today. And I haven't even fished that long, just what we were doing. I don't think I can do my my fishing quest because it is almost it's 9:20, and I do have to get going. So yeah, this was fun. I just wanted to get on here. This is more of like a chill type of thing. I do go into scripture a lot, but I have been growing, and I will get to more into that if it's necessary. But I'm still growing. I'm still learning, and I'll still reference the Bible. There's some I don't know how to really say it, but the truth is there, and the things that we point out are parts that need to be like heard. They need to be heard because this is the truth. And then there are things that have been changed within the Bible to kind of alter what Christ, what God was trying to tell us, and they do this to keep us blind, and to keep us deaf, because we're being told this and we're like, oh no, this is the truth. But in retrospect, we've got some rebels out there who are like letting you know, hey, this has been doctored. This is what it actually says. And it's quite crazy how much of the things that I've been told growing up. We went to church and everything as a kid, so everything. I even went to Sunday school, so everything I knew growing up was not a truth. It was a twisted truth and lies. So it was completely false doctrine on how they brought us up. It was more fear-mongering, and a lie to keep us to fall in line, and then also to aid in the sinning, because the whole Jesus loves everybody, and they skew the come as you are. They completely turn that and twist it to make it more appealing to people. Pretty much saying that you can come as you are and you can stay in sin, and you'll still be saved, which is untrue. You cannot stay in sin. That's not standing in the presence of God. Really standing in the presence of God is being is being the light for Him. You're emulating, you're reflecting the light, so other people are able to see. And it scares a lot of people, and there's people who want to squash that light, and they want to turn you away from it because they don't want you to they don't want you to shine that light. They want you to close the shutters and then project this other false, which is more of like self, and more like towards the devil, because he was a beautiful angel, but he had thought so much of himself that he put himself above God. He was perfect, and he did everything. He was the one who made himself beautiful, instead of giving the credit to God. He wanted to be God himself. So it's a rabbit hole that they say. A lot of people say it's a conspiracy, and a lot of people say it's against scripture, but it's just a matter of knowing what it actually says versus what they tell you what it says. So it's like finding for yourself and finding the truth. And then a lot of people who are so stuck in their ways, like they want to continue to sin. They don't want to be like, oh, I can't, continue to do this. I can't. They don't want to do that. They want their life the way it is. They want to believe that they want you to believe that you don't have to change your ways. It's the money maker for them. It's we eat foods that are not good for us, that's not of the earth, and those foods cause health issues within us, and they revere them as good, and it's okay. You have moderation, or and then they turn on things that are good for us, and they say that they're poisonous, that they cause harm, and they're weeds, and they kill the good things, and which is wrong. A lot of people like that's not a moneymaker for them, so it's really hard to back it for them, because they're like, no, if they continue to do this, then it's going to be money out of our pockets, and so they do that too. They tell you what's bad is good and what's good is bad, so that way they can keep you where they want you. They want, they're doctors, and the big pharma can't make money overcharging you and stuff for things that can be like, hey, this is actually what you can do, and this will go away. They want to continue feeding you poison to make you sicker, to want more poison, and they pretty much will kill you that way. So they get all your money, and then they also reduce the population at the same time. So it's very dark, and it starts young, and they want to hook you, and then it'll gradually get worse and worse and worse. So it's just like, if you can step out of that, they don't like that, and then they impose rules and all this other stuff to keep you down, because they don't want you to mess with their system, and well, you're cold crazy and whatnot. So and then of course you're demonic and you're evil, and the list goes on of what they say. Anyway, I do need to go because it is 9:28. My amazing hubby is going to be calling pretty soon. And I want to give him my undivided attention. I will pick this up later. We'll talk more about it for sure on the live stream. I kind of want to do a podcast, but I like to keep my mind busy because I really don't have anybody to do a podcast with when it comes to these. So my stream is going to be where we talk about things like this. And enjoy gaming, because honestly, this is fun, and this helps give your mind a little relaxation from the madness that's going on around here, and gives you some insight about the dimensions and the depth and the imagination of someone else, like the developers of the game. It's really quite nice to see on their viewpoints of civilization, how humanity is, and what they believe humanity is capable of. So it's definitely interesting, intriguing. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning from, again, 8 to 9:15, or before 9:30 for sure. I wish you guys all the best this week if you don't catch any more of my streams. Please like, share, subscribe if you want to hear more, especially getting into this conspiracy theories, as they call them. Not really conspiracy, it is the truth. From what I have... that's my truth, it's I guess not really my truth, it is the truth, and it's the hidden truth, and it's crazy, outlandish, it's weird, and a lot of people are not comfortable with it, so that's usually the reason why we're squashed. Their safety and their comfort is rattled and shooken, and they don't like that. So anyway, have a fantastic day. We'll talk more tomorrow. We'll keep up with this, and we'll continue playing some Fallout 76. And I will, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Again, like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear more. If you're interested in talking and me on the show, like on the live stream, just send me a message and let me know. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and toodles.